Hey guys, welcome to the Fight Tonight channel. Despite calling Gervonta Davis vs Frank Martin a good fight, Eddie Hearn thinks it's not good for numbers. Finally, Gervonta Davis has an opponent and is on his way to returning to the ring this year. As per the latest updates, Tank Davis has signed a deal to defend his WBA lightweight title against undefeated lightweight boxer Frank Martin. But is this a financially lucrative fight? Before the deal with Martin, Gervonta Davis received an enticing offer from Team Devin Haney. As per Bill Haney, the father of Devin, Tank was offered $20 million to fight the dream. However, Davis turned down the offer. Meanwhile, Gervonta Davis and Conor bantered on social media, teasing fans with the prospect of a fight. But Tank settled with Martin. On that note, in his latest interview, Eddie Hearn told the boxing community how he looked at Tank Davis versus Frank Martin fight. Eddie Hearn is certain Gervonta Davis will win against Frank Martin. It has been more than 10 months since Gervonta Davis last fought. While Davis' last opponent Ryan Garcia recovered from the loss to Tank, fought Oscar Duarte, and is now on his way to fighting Devin Haney. Gervonta resumed full training only very recently. At this, also people expect Tank to return against a popular name in boxing. Eddie Hearn feels Davis has made a smart choice by selecting an opponent against whom victory is guaranteed. On that note, Eddie Hearn said, "I mean, yeah, it's alright. It's an easy fight for Tank." In this context, it must be mentioned that Martin is undefeated with 18 professional wins. Additionally, the 29-year-old has won 12 fights via knockouts. As a result, speaking to Fight Hype, the chairperson of Matchroom, who held Canelo Alvarez responsible for Garcia vs Haney taking place in New York City, also added, "But Frank Martin is a good little fighter." However, Hearn concluded saying, "I don't think he is going to do mad numbers, but yeah, it's a good fight. Hopefully, Gervonta Davis vs Frank Martin will be a good fight. And hopefully, following the match against Martin, Tank will eventually face Devin Haney." With that said, what do you expect from Gervonta Davis vs Frank Martin? Do you think Martin will be an easy fight for Tank Davis? In addition, do you think Davis vs Martin is not good for financial profit? Share your thoughts with us in the comments below. Gervonta Davis and Frank Martin on course for WBA lightweight title fight. 3 months later, Martin earned a unanimous decision win over Artem Harutyunyan. But when Davis was serving 44 days at a detention center in Baltimore, having been ruled to have violated the terms of the 90 days house arrest, he was under after pleading guilty to 4 counts following a crash in November, in which 4 people, including a pregnant woman, were injured. He was also sentenced to 3 years of probation and 200 hours of community service. Martin, also 29, fights out of the same gym as the also-Derrick James-trained Ryan Garcia, who next fights Devin Haney for Haney's WBC super lightweight title at New York's Barclays Center on April 20th. Martin had previously been on course to fight Shakur Stevenson for the WBC lightweight title. Stevenson is perhaps Davis' biggest rival at 135 pounds. Thanks for watching guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.